How is this any good? What a surprise. Man, this movie was really good. I don't know how this worked out, but this really worked out. This movie is how you make a third movie in a franchise. So first of all, the good. Martin's character and Will's character. It never feels like that they left for like 16 years or so. It actually feels like we just left them like just a while ago and they're back on screen. And it shows like how good these two actors are. Everything felt natural. It felt they started from where they left off. It was crucial and it was very important for that to work, and they nailed it. And the second, surprisingly, this movie actually has a cohesive story with the bad guy that actually matters. There's so many emotional beats in the movie. Plus, there's some shocking moments. And what they did with this one is they did that natural progression to these characters. Michael Bay didn't come back for this one. He didn't direct this one. So you can either take it for good, for bad. Mostly, almost perfectly, I would say that it actually works in favor of this movie. Michael Bay, as we know, or the name we give him is Bayham, right? So he likes to do everything extreme. Explosions, things happening in a way that you just don't know what the hell's going on screen, and everything has to be extreme. The comedy has to be extreme. Transformers, perfect example, right? Even Six Underground, if you watch it recently, some of the humor is so out of place. You watch it and you're like, why? Why is it in here? If you remember the morgue scene in the second Bad Boys, that's all I'm going to say. It's like, this is offensive. Why? I mean, there are other things that were offensive, but that one scene really stands out because it was like, you could have easily cut that out and just do something else. So, in a way, it works in this movie's favor that he's not back, because where they are in life, yeah, a Bad Boys movie that actually cares about the characters and there's a natural progression, there's so many emotional beats. Yep. So in this movie, they needed for that to happen, for these characters, for them to show where these characters are in life, and they are not the bad boys they used to be. This is not 25 years ago. This is not 16 years ago. They're not that age. They don't have that stamina. They don't have that strength. They're just not that anymore. Marcus is a family man. Obviously, his children are growing up. They're actually all grown up. That's all I'm going to say. For all of it to work, in my opinion, you don't need that extreme humor or even the action, because if you put that kind of action that is extreme and it's stuff is happening all over the place and everybody's kind of jumping around, then it kind of takes away from what they're trying to show. So it definitely works in its favor that the movie actually feels like it's grounded. It's grounded. It feels more real. Jeez, a Bad Boys movie. It feels more real. The bad guy actually has a reason. There's a reason behind all of it. So all of it really, really works. And that Michael Bay thing, one thing that might not work for some, as I said, is the action. I understand what they did. As I said, I actually felt like that it was a positive thing to think, but you know what? Maybe a bit more explosions would have been nice. I'm just saying, hey, I love explosions, okay? Like, in a movie, I love the first two. So, I was waiting for that kind of chaotic feeling. This movie does not have that. Even though the last act, the last battle, you can say, that they have is actually very well shot. You can see everything. Some of the camera angles they actually use it surprised me that they actually took care of the camera work and the way the scenes were handled and the wide shots. Now, obviously, there are other scenes, in some scenes when the action is happening, you can kind of tell that they're using body doubles, but I'm not going to fault them for that. I mean, these actors, they're pretty up there now. They're above 50s, so not everybody's Tom Cruise, So I understood that, but even then, like the last set piece, I believe was amazingly done. Even then, it still does not have that chaotic feeling. So if for for those actually who loved that chaotic feeling and that over the top feeling that they felt from the first two, you might be disappointed with the action. So that, again, you can either take it as a positive that the action is more grounded and it feels more real, or you can take it as a negative because you love the first two that much. I'm right in the middle. Even though I do want more explosions, I felt like they're maybe a bit more chaotic. I'm not saying to make Will Smith and Martin Lawrence like jump around like it was like 25 years ago or something, but some scenes they could have added a bit more. But at the same time, I understand why it's like that. Another positive thing that I forgot to add was ammo. It's basically, if you watch the trailer, there's this team, these younger fellas and girls, basically, that help Martin and Will Smith characters to solve this investigation. And I completely understood why they're there, and it never felt forced. It never felt like, oh, they're there because, they gotta make the jokes and all that to the older guys, and the old guys have to feel bad, and they just go back and forth. There's a bit of that, just a bit, but it's understandable. There's a scene, and that's it. From there on, it's right to business. They need to solve this investigation, and the movie never loses focus of the story that it's trying to tell, and these characters where they are emotionally, in age, everything. It just is put together really, really well. So I am really surprised, and I'm really happy that this movie turned out the way it is. Could not have asked for a better movie. It's really, really, really well done. So with that, I'm going to give this movie a 9 out of 10. Bad Boys for Life is amazing. Go watch it. It's definitely worth the watch. There are scenes you will be laughing out loud. I usually try to hold my laughter in movies. I just don't like to do it in theaters, but man, I could not control myself. It was hilarious. Hopefully you'll enjoyed my review. Again, let me know how I'm doing. Please like, dislike, subscribe, and with that, thanks for watching, and I will see y'all later. Ta-ta.